time is up, you fat little Italian. Your little whips and wahoos have met their maker, and it's PlayStation's funny little Funko Pop.
Circle, you've said a lot of horrendous things to me over the years, but this one takes the cake.
Holy sweet baby Robo Jesus. This game will force you at gunpoint to remember why you love playing video games. As of writing this script, I finished the game about 2 days ago, and I swear to God, I already feel nostalgic about it.
Oh, that's a stupid thing to say. Well, that's pretty stupid. Hey, that's pretty
And I know that sounds like the dumbest thing you've heard today, but that's kind of the only way I can explain this feeling. It's like they injected me with a glowing funny serum that makes me see games as a 7-year-old again. And that's not because the game is wrapped around the idea of exploring PlayStation's history and saving Sony and Sony-adjacent mascots, but that feeling is derived from their clear love and implementation of the genre and gaming as a whole. From the first minute to the literal credits, this game never stops throwing fun and unique genius ideas at you like you're at a buffet, and it's mandatory that you sample every sick and twisted idea that they have for you. But I'm getting ahead of myself here, so what in the Sony wannabe Marvel multiverse crossover hell is a damn Astrobot? Well, technically this guy had his first debut in The Playroom, a free little camera toy thing that came with the PS4, but Astrobot is more of a full sequel to the quick tech demo-like platformer game Astro's Playroom that dropped in 2020 alongside the PlayStation 5. The entire purpose of this title was to show you all the weirdly cool things the PS5 controller could do,
and also spread Sony propaganda that the PS5 was gonna have video games. That was a lie.
Adaptive triggers changing in resistance to simulate climbing, smashing, or thrusters. Dynamic haptic rumble to showcase how footsteps and foliage feel differently on your palms. Touchpad and gyro controls for fun interactions, and a really high-quality speaker that would tastefully play with the main audio for a weirdly convincing surround sound accent.
We were trying to reach you about your car's extended warranty.
My car's... No way is there a scammer in my controller right now. How are you doing this?
Circle, you have no idea the information we have on you. We have everything, even the number of times you've pooped your pants.
I feel like 7 isn't even that high of a number.
This video is sponsored by Incogni. If you're one of literally fucking anyone who's ever owned a phone or used a computer, you know scammers will stop at nothing to steal everything you have, and more than likely have already stolen or purchased your data from another company that harvested it. Your name, your email address, your phone number, your weird little thoughts at 2 a.m. That's right.
I know about him.
It sucks. People suck. There are sucky people in this world that are hell-bent on making your life suck, and Incogni is here to make them go back to their damn ghoul cave. You'll sign up, tell them what you want removed, agree to let them kill and destroy on your behalf, and then let them rip and watch them go. You can track every step of it too in your dashboard, how many requests you've sent out, how many losers you've dismantled, and what kind of groups are stealing from you. I use Incogni, and I love the dang thing. Within seconds of filling out my info, I watched it nuke like 100 different places that secretly had my info. Feels so good. So, if you hate scammers and data harvesters and want to send them a coordinated digital strike, use my code CircleTunes at the link below to get an exclusive 60% off an annual Incogni plan. That's incogni.com/CircleTunes. So yeah, this thing is fantastic. It really made me believe in the PS5 controller, and in a landscape of homogeneous peripherals, how fucking different it was. I was so excited to see how many developers took advantage of such an immersive, unique... Oh, almost nobody? Oh, barely anyone is gonna fully take advantage of all these features for nearly 5 years straight? Oh,
That's so awesome! Yes! Oh, yay! Yay!
I love innovation! Oh, I love how welcome we are all to it! Yeah! Good number of games use the triggers, but the rest of the features are barely touched, including the touchpad. And it's a real shame because the PS5 controller is probably the most next-gen thing about the next-gen, as market manipulators would love to call a near-identical generation.
Other than the necessary rise in development costs. Okay, Circle, shut up. We get it. They made a sick-ass controller, but newsflash, moron. Controllers are made to play video games.
Well, guess what, shit-ass? PS5 just got their first fucking one, and it's Game of the Year, baby!
18 levels, a bitch don't settle. You got so many powers from a bot made of metal. Intense cross lights, full of surprise. Jumping, swinging, slashing in the eye. Fuck up the worms, swing up the germs. Dug in my back, and we dodge in the burns. Frog punch, beat down, falls the shore. Astro's pitch, ready for war.
I have built suck my dog, you son of a bitch!
Okay, let's talk about this thing. Adstro Prabhatganda starts with the PS5 being completely brutalized by, Nebulax. What? You guys forgot about Nebulax? Come on! He's a classic video game bad guy. It's always been Bowser, Eggman, Nebulax, and, Pyramid Head. I don't know. Wait, Pyramid Head is in Astrobot 2? What the fuck? And your goal is to repair the PlayStation 5 by traveling between galaxies, beating levels and bosses to save the internal components of the console while finding and collecting other bots that are often cosplaying as other games. And of course, you got your Ratchets, your Crashes, your Gods of the Wars, even Demon Souls, Street Fighter, Tony Hawk, Intelligent Cube, Boku no Natsuyasumi, Mr. Mosquito, Bloodborne? So you do know it exists! And you'd probably guess with all these cameos, the game would be a Smash Bros. Style reference jubilee, even in the gameplay and design. But outside of the special galaxy-ending levels that are based off of a single franchise, the game does a wonderful job of standing on its own two metal feet. Level designs are punchy with color and in-your-face proud of their design and gameplay elements. Save an Iron Giant, an actual enjoyable water level, Melee's balloon stage, growing and climbing a singing tree, and a stage that swaps from day to night at the push of a button. In a game dev world where everyone is borrowing ideas, Team Asobi proudly shows off their passion and fresh concepts with brazen confidence. Astrobot has this bittersweet loop of feeding you an amazingly fun idea, like giving you the power to shrink down to the size of a mouse at will, creating this dichotomy of an overlapping double level where you have to think of everything in two contrasting sizes, just to rip it away and never use that idea ever again. Oh shit, were you having fun with that? Guess it's time for the next idea. Which sounds like ass, but they present such a flurry of interesting ideas that your brain cells don't even have time to react before you're playing another completely different fun idea. There are tons of unique enemies that can only be killed in specific ways or with certain power-ups, and even the basic Goomba cousins that you only see during the holidays have multiple damaging variants and change costumes depending on what level they're on. And nearly every ability will have multiple uses: combat, movement, puzzle, and sometimes a combination of all three. Monkey arms allowing you to dual trigger, climb, or beat down enemies. A samurai teapot thing that turns you into a Samus-like sphere that's immune to damage. Slow-mo bullet time.
This one is so good and so well made, oh my god.
An elephant that sucks and slurps up different materials for platform creation. Multiple different movement abilities and an inflation ability that you know what? Actually, on second thought, I'm not giving that one to you sick freaks.
I will not let them hurt you.
And my favorite, a sponge power that soaks up physics-based water and slings it outward. Oh, have I not mentioned the immensely impressive physics simulations in this game yet? No? Okay, we're gonna listen to a grown man talk about sprinkles for 12 hours, okay? Okay, here we go. Fuck realistic graphics, fuck being able to see every sweat gland, fuck 3D models with a billion tries, and fuck games that cost a fortune just so they can look like every other 72 on Metacritic AAA E3 trailer, not going home and seeing my family goofy crunch time looking ass.
Give me a quintillion sprinkles, or acorns, or gems, and let me punch and throw them all independently and watch them all have perfect physics.
Give me water puzzles bound by actual volume and weight. Give me lava singing enemies that realistically pour lava down differently angled slopes. And make all of these things react individually with micro haptic feedback pulses. I am fucking starving! I got like 30 hours in this game, and I think like 29 of those hours were entirely spent in this one room. Then you got the hub world where you slowly repopulate your robot army and use them like Pikmin to unlock new areas. There's costumes to try and extra items to collect that give your mascot bots special animations. And turning references and character interactions into collectibles is just downright fucking genius, like everything else in this game. I've played a lot of platformers, and since the dawn of the genre, every game has had a somewhat familiar flavor. Well, this tastes Italian. Every platformer in some way has tried to bite the flow of the denim-wearing mustache man, but Astrobot to me feels like the first platformer I've played that I predict future Mario titles will be stealing from. Mark my words, there's gonna one day be a Mario game where you whip wahoo around the Nintendo-verse and save a bunch of Nintendo characters. It's like so obvious. Why haven't they done something like that?
They made Nintendo Land, remember? The Wii U was never real, man. It was all in your head. head. You imagined it. Come on, you know that.
And what Astrobot takes is even refined so well here. It's a collectathon, but each level is so tight and well made that each discovery is satisfying. You're rarely ever left in an empty field wondering,
Where the fuck is that last thing?
like you might be with Mario Odyssey. Now, it may look like the most generic Sony billboard back of the cereal box demo disc generic crossover video game ever, but in actuality, I haven't had a gaming experience as charming, well-crafted, and authentic as this one in a long, long time. The team obviously has a deep love for video games and their history, and they clearly had a great time creating it.
And if Concord wasn't enough proof,
Comparatively, this game took a fraction of the cost and time to make, proving that high-quality, critically acclaimed games don't need to be these live service bloated blah 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 blah.
the gamers.
They crave collecting funny little guys. They crave mascot video games. They crave tight 30-hour experiences. I think Astrobot truly just changed the genre forever. Team Asobi really understands what makes a video game fun. It's in their blood. They were born for this moment.
Wait, blood? Born? Did you mention me? Am I finally getting my moment?
No. No, you aren't.